So since last week, the algae in the tank has got considerably better, and if you compare it to how it looked like then, you can see that there's a lot less hair algae on the rocks. That's mainly due to the algae blinny that I have in this aquarium, and he's been doing a pretty good job at cleaning up all of the hair algae. If we take a look from above, you can see that there's really not that much algae on the rocks right now, but I'm still going to show you a way to kind of get rid of this algae, at least temporarily. To do this, we're going to need to drain the water in this aquarium, and while we're waiting on that, I'm going to talk about how you actually control algae in a reef tank. Really, there's only one way to control algae in your aquarium, and it's not going to be through nutrients, like a lot of people will tell you. Yes, nutrients can accelerate algae growth and they can amplify it, but by starving your tank of nutrients will not fix your algae growth. Algae will grow in very nutrient poor environments. The real answer to algae control in a reef tank is having the proper micro and macro fauna. So I'm talking about your pod population, snails, hermit crabs, and fish like tangs. Now, there's a good chance that you have a smaller aquarium and you're not able to put tangs inside of that tank. But there are fish that can help you, like that algae blinny that I just showed you, and then also a fish called a court jester goby. So this is really just a temporary treatment. This is just to give you enough relief in order to set up your tank properly so that you don't have algae problems in the future. Now, this is not a product that I'm using right now, but this product will absolutely get rid of all of the algae in your tank for a temporary period of time. Reflux is an antifungal medication that you can use, and it will absolutely just eradicate hair algae. It'll just melt into nothing. It works really, really well. I've used it before with corals in my tank, and I really haven't seen any negative side effects. But I've only really used it if my tank was completely overrun with algae and I saw no other way of fixing it. This is what I'm going to be using today. This is just 3% hydrogen peroxide. I'm just using this as a topical treatment and I'm spraying this directly on the hair algae. And usually within 24 to 48 hours after you've done this, you'll start to see the algae turn white and it will most likely just completely disappear. Now, when you do this, there's a good chance that you're going to get hydrogen peroxide on the corals that are around the algae that you're spraying. And I wouldn't freak out too much about this as long as you have your replacement water on standby. What I like to do after I'm done is just take my replacement water and then rinse off all of the corals that may have got hydrogen peroxide on them, just in order to limit their exposure to it. Corals do have a slime coat on them, so the hydrogen peroxide really shouldn't affect them too much.